to cherish its self-respect, semicolon, and to acclaim the present, to recognize its challenges, to work diligently, to attain open new avenues for further progress, full stop. You have another full stop. Pastor. This is the law of life. Come on. For nations and for individuals, the law of lasting happiness and welfare. Period. As leader of our beloved people, it is a law which we gladly accept for ourselves. A nation without laws is a nation without discipline. Full stop. Such a nation is not worthy of that name. Emperor Haile Selassie I. This is it.
So before you go White Congo, you see all them parts where you mentioned commas. Take up from the first one when you start. You see the areas that we mentioned as you call out and then you say commas.
You want me to read it over?
Read it. You can do that, but highlight in your mind. Highlight.
The law of life. The Fetha Negast.
The sun in my breathe too, you know, with the blood clot water in my man. Welcome to the Rasta camp.
Hello, barrier talker, you know, the dangerous talker.
Eh?
But they look pretty, boy.
Yeah.
Just a camera talker, just a camera. I see a gear up for me.
So you see where war tank come from, right?
Spread no room upon him in here. It's not deal with war and no respect. So where protection come from, armor protection.
If you leave that out here, people go cook it.
Yeah, that's why I put him in the water, man.
Yeah, put him back.
You know, come forward with him too.
Good.
Okay, the Fetha Negast. You got the Fetha Negast? The law of the king?
Yeah, man, that's what it's about.
Good. And on the cover is His Imperial Majesty reading the scroll. Good? Good. Now I and I going to enter into the world of the Fetha Negast.
Congo, excuse me for a moment, man.
I pray thee.
You touch on something where I was listening, right? So you touch on the areas Majesty mentioned about the preserving of tradition.
Okay, and I go sip it. I will sip it again.
Man. And there's some of our brothers who have dispute about the term tradition. So on the terms of His Majesty use it there, I want, if they are going in, if they could break the bread and highlight the part there of the importance of His Majesty using that term of preserving
I and I going to go over it one more time. For ones who missed it the first time.
Yeah.
Are you there?
Yeah. You first.
Ethiopian ancient law. Fetha Negast. Fetha Negast. The law of the kings. The book. The law of life. By word and deed, we have sought to inspire the book. Our beloved people to retain the past, hyphen, to cleave to its faith, to preserve its tradition, to cherish its self-respect, and to acclaim the present, to recognize its challenges, to work diligently, to attain higher levels of achievement. Period.
The part where it says tradition, how it works?
To cleave to its faith. The law of the kings, the Fetha Negast, which is the law of life. By word and deed, comma, we have sought to inspire our beloved people to retain the past, which is to retain their past, hyphen, and I must cleave to its faith.
What is the faith?
Comma, to preserve its tradition, to cherish, it just says to cleave to its faith, to preserve its tradition, to cherish its self-respect, and to acclaim the present, to recognize its challenges, to work diligently, to attain higher levels of achievement. We believe that the past must be the foundation for the future, and the achievements which we have just recounted must open new avenues for further progress. This is the law of life for nations and for individuals, the law of lasting happiness and welfare. As leader of our beloved people, this is His Majesty speaking. It is a law which we gladly accept for ourselves. A nation without laws is a nation without discipline. Such a nation is not worthy of that name, Emperor Haile Selassie I. Then he say publish, research, so on, so on, so on.
So, I don't know how elder would work now. This Majesty
tradition, we're not prejudiced about tradition. Here the Emperor just said, you know, it's a part of the foundation.
You see? I move forward. Hail, I move forward.
As His Majesty,
I slightly move forward.
see how good we are
The
now.
Fetha Negast Law of the King, translated from Gehez, Giz,
That's
by
the problem.
Abba Paulos Sisadua, LLD, Doctor of Political Science.
Yeah, manifest.
Edited by Peter L. Struck, Faculty of Law at Haile Selassie First University.
Remember that?
Bishop, you're not wrong, you know. There's certainly a lot of tradition was negative and opposed for a long time. But there's still the true tradition.
First published by the Faculty of Law, Haile Selassie First University, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Then he have republished. But I dealing with first published. It's right here. First published by the Faculty of Law, Haile Selassie First University, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Now we say it's printed in Canada. First printing and so on. Fetha Negast, the power of the king. The law of the king. Respectfully dedicated to His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, Emperor of Ethiopia. This book is dedicated unto I by His Imperial Majesty. I can dedicate or dedicate this book to His Majesty. It was dedicated to I from His Majesty. We say Barbados, Chicago, Jamaica, Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Email info@frontlinedistribution.com. Preface. The word, you know. You have to film the bird. Conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, Haile Selassie I, elect of God, Emperor of Ethiopia. You need these things on visual so the people can know I not making it up. It is there. That's the title. Conquering Lion of the tribe. Preface. Conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, Haile Selassie I, elect of God, Emperor of Ethiopia. Elect of Himself, light of this world. The long and great history of our country demonstrates that our people have always both administered and lived according to the law. Our people were at first ruled by Mosaic law, but after the advent of Christianity or Christman liberty to Ethiopia, they came later to be governed by the Fetha Negast, a work combining both spiritual and secular matters. The former part pertaining to the spiritual, the latter to the temporal affairs of our beloved. It just says our people. The Fetha Negast has been venerated, supported and applied by both the government of our empire and by the church. The nations of scholars learned in this law are famous in the history of Ethiopia. particularly since the reign of Emperor Zara Jacob, when both the study and enforcement of the Fetha Negast began. By the providence of the Almighty, this bulwark of law was preserved for our people. By the providence of the Almighty, this bulwark of the law was preserved for our people. Venerated for many centuries, it provided for our people an invaluable source of legal principles, principles. When we ascended our imperial throne and enacted a penal code compiled on the basis of the Fetha Negast, we made all necessary provision for the printing of the Fetha Negast. In order that it might be available to our people. Owing, however, to the invasion of our country by the enemy, the copies which had already been printed but not distributed were burnt together with the printing press. When, with the assistance of the Almighty, we returned victorious to our country and subsequently made provision for the codification of our laws, realizing that those who had helped us in the process of codification had availed themselves of the provisions of the Fetha Negast. We ordered that its text be printed together with a commentary thereon and offered to our people for their assistance. We are pleased that this great work, for so many centuries the basis of law and the administration of justice in our country, has now, under the auspices of the Faculty of the Law of the University, to which we have given our name, being translated into English, I pray thee, so that it may be known to scholars of other countries. No modern legislation which does not have its roots in the customs of those whom it governs can have a strong foundation. The effort which has been made by the Faculty of Law of our university to disseminate the knowledge not only for the new codification but also of the historically rooted legal practices of Ethiopia, which by the providence of the Almighty we have preserved, and which are the source of our new legislation, is befitting and deserving of our warmest approval. Given at our Imperial Palace in Addis Ababa, this 29th day of August 1968. Haile Selassie I, Emperor.